The Viltrax Dominion ruled the stars for over 500 years. They had strong ships, large armies, and many worlds under their control. Most alien species feared them. When the Viltrax heard about Earth, a small blue planet far from the center of the galaxy, they laughed. Humans, General Threx said, watching the report on his command screen. They still use metal bullets. Their ships move like turtles. He stood tall, his blue scales shining under the ship lights. Round him, his officers nodded. To them, Earth was nothing, just another world to conquer. General Threx sent a small warning fleet of 6 warships toward Earth. Their mission was simple: deliver a message, submit, or be destroyed. As the fleet approached the solar system, Earth watched. Human satellites picked up the strange ships. World leaders met in secret, and the United Earth Defense Council was activated. They had trained for this day. Captain Eleanor Ross, commander of the Lunar Defense Network, stood inside the moon base, watching the radar. "They're coming fast," her officer said. 6 ships. Heavy class, Eleanor nodded. "Time to greet our guests." The Viltrax fleet stopped just outside Earth's orbit. A message was sent across all channels. It was loud, proud, and clear. "People of Earth, we are the Viltrax Dominion. You will surrender your planet. If not, we will take it." The message repeated in many languages. The Viltrax waited for fear. They expected humans to beg or cry, but Earth responded with one short message: "We do not surrender. Come and try." General Threx growled when he read the message. Bold words. He said, "They need to be reminded who rules the stars." He ordered a strike on a human space station near Mars. One of his ships fired a plasma missile. But before the missile reached its target, it exploded in the dark. Human defense satellites had locked on, tracked it, and shot it down with perfect aim. "Impossible," the Viltrax pilot said. "Their system reacted too fast." General Threx narrowed his eyes. "Try again." Another missile was fired. Again, it was destroyed mid-flight. Then, Earth's satellites turned, their targeting systems aimed at the Viltrax fleet. "They've locked on us," a Viltrax officer shouted. General Threx gave the order to pull back. He had not expected this, not from a species that, just years ago, had barely reached their moon. Back on Earth, Captain Eleanor smiled. "So, they blinked first," she said. "Let's hope they don't come back stronger." But she knew better. The Viltrax would return. Far across the galaxy, the Viltrax High Command watched the report. They were confused. How did humans build defense satellites that can stop plasma missiles? How did they detect our fleet before we entered orbit? We underestimated them. The Viltrax leader, Archlord Krellin, slammed his fist on the table. "They are still new to space. This was luck. Next time, we crush them." He ordered a full invasion force to prepare. The Viltrax would take Earth by force. Meanwhile, deep in Earth's hidden bunkers, scientists and military leaders were working fast. They had been preparing for years, ever since alien signals were first discovered. Humanity had united in secret. The world's best minds worked together. Old weapons were upgraded. New ones were built. The world may have looked normal from space, but underground, Earth was becoming something new, something powerful. At a secret base under Antarctica, General Malik of the Earth Defense Council met with global leaders. "They think we are weak," Malik said. "That will be their mistake." "What if they bring more ships next time?" a leader asked. "Then we show them what humans can really do, above, in space." The Viltrax ships turned and left, but before they did, they dropped a small probe on the moon. It recorded human activity in secret. The probe sent one final message to the Viltrax command: "Humans are not what we thought. They are fast, they are clever, they are dangerous." The stars were quiet for now, but not for long. Something had changed. Humanity had just met its first true enemy, and the galaxy had just met its first real challenge. 3 weeks after the first encounter, the Viltrax Dominion returned. But this time, they did not come with only 6 ships. They came with a full invasion fleet, over 100 warships, transport carriers, and heavy bombers from the command ship Deathclaw. General Threx looked at the blue planet in front of him. This time, he said coldly. They will kneel. He had no respect for humans now, only anger. He wanted to show the galaxy that no one could resist the Veltrax. The Veltrax invasion began just before sunrise. Ships appeared over major cities: New York, Tokyo, Moscow, Nairobi, and Rio de Janeiro. The skies turned black with the massive size of their vessels. People looked up in fear and wonder. But Earth was ready. At Earth's command center deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Captain Eleanor Ross received the alert. "They're here," her officer said. Eleanor stood up. "Send the command. Phase 1 begins now." Across the world, hidden bunkers opened. From underground silos and deep ocean bases, human missiles launched into the sky. Drones took off. Satellite lasers powered up, and human fighter ships, built secretly for years, flew out to meet the enemy. In Tokyo, a Veltrax landing ship descended. Into the city, soldiers prepared to storm the streets. But before they could touch the ground, an electromagnetic pulse hit their systems. The ship crashed into an empty park, disabled. Nearby, human forces moved in quickly. Armed with plasma rifles and jamming gear, they took down the confused Veltrax troops. A Veltrax commander shouted, "They're using tech we don't understand." How? He was captured minutes later. In New York, the same story happened. Veltrax. Ships fired from the sky, but human railguns hidden inside buildings and bridges fired back with perfect accuracy. One after another, alien ships were hit and fell like burning meteors. People on the ground cheered. "Who said we can't fight back?" One soldier laughed. The Veltrax thought humans were disorganized, slow, and weak. But in truth, Earth had spent years preparing for this moment. Every nation had secretly trained under one flag, the United Earth Defense Command. They had planned for this invasion. They had practiced every move, and now they were winning. On board Deathclaw, General Threx could not believe what he saw. How? Are they moving so fast? How are they using our own tech against us? His officers were panicking. "They're jamming our signals. They're disabling our ships before we land." A screen lit up with a message from Earth. It was Captain Eleanor Ross. She looked calm. "You wanted a war. Welcome to Earth." The message ended. Threx roared in rage. "We are the Veltrax Dominion. We do not lose." But the battle said otherwise. By the end of the third day, over half of the Veltrax fleet was destroyed or captured. Thousands of Veltrax soldiers had surrendered. Others were still hiding in broken ships or running through forests. Chased by human drones. In the Amazon rainforest, a small Veltrax squad tried to escape. They had no supplies, no signal, and no hope. "How did it come to this?" one soldier whispered. His commander answered quietly, "We were wrong about them, all of us." At a victory meeting in Geneva, world leaders met with Captain Eleanor and General Malik. "We've done what no other species has ever done," Malik said. "We defeated the Veltrax on our soil." Cheers filled the room. But Eleanor was still serious. "They'll come again, bigger, stronger. So what do we do?" A leader asked. She looked at the map of the stars on the wall. "We don't wait. We prepare. And next time we strike first, in orbit." Human engineers were already studying the captured Veltrax ships. They learned fast. New engines, new shields, new weapons. What took the Veltrax centuries to build, humans began to copy. In months, meanwhile, the Veltrax high command was silent. The news from Earth was a disaster. Generals argued. Some wanted to send more troops. Others wanted to stop. But one voice stood out: Lord Commander Vexer. He said, "This is not over. We may have failed, but we will return. And next time, we destroy their world." No one noticed the fear in his eyes. In a secret underground lab on Earth, a young scientist watched a Veltrax drone fly under human control. "We turned their weapon into ours," he said, amazed. A soldier beside him smiled. "That's what humans do. We survive. Then we improve." The war had only just begun, but Earth had already proven one thing. Humanity was not weak. And for the Veltrax, that truth had arrived too late. After the great victory on Earth, the leaders of humanity knew the war was far from over. The Viltrax Dominion still had many worlds and fleets. They could return with greater force. But humans had a plan to change the game. In a hidden shipyard beneath the Atlantic Ocean, engineers and scientists worked day and night. The captured Viltrax ships had secrets, and humans were determined to unlock them. With their own technology mixed with Viltrax parts, they began building a new fleet, a fleet that could fight not just to defend Earth, but to take the fight to the enemy. General Malik stood among the workers, watching the huge ships take shape. "We have to move fast," he said. "The galaxy is watching us. If we wait, they will destroy us." The workers nodded. They knew the weight of this moment. Captain Eleanor Ross was now the leader of the new United Terran Defense Command fleet. Her job was to train pilots, organize crews, and prepare the ships for battle. The Viltrax thought they could crush us, she told her team. But we are not just survivors. We are fighters. We will make them regret every step they took against us. With the help of advanced artificial intelligence and the best human minds. The shipyard finished the first new warship, the Terran Vanguard, in record time. It was fast, strong, and filled with powerful weapons. Soon, more ships joined the fleet, human pilots trained in simulators, learning Viltrax tactics and creating new ones of their own. Meanwhile, across the galaxy, the Viltrax Dominion struggled to repair their losses. Their worlds whispered fear. The once proud empire faced doubts. Some species they controlled began to question Viltrax rule. Secret messages reached Earth. These were from those who wished to be free. Captain Ellen received one such message during a briefing. "It says they want help," she told her officers. "Slaves who want freedom." General Malik nodded. "This is our chance." Allies inside their empire. The United Terran Defense Command prepared a strike team. Their mission was clear: find and support these secret allies and weaken the Viltrax. From within, the Terran Vanguard led the attack fleet. With a crew full of brave humans and the latest weapons, they jumped into Viltrax space. When they reached the first Viltrax outpost, the humans used surprise and speed. Their ships flew low, dodging enemy fire. Terran drones disabled the outpost's defenses. Ground teams landed to free prisoners and take control. The aliens who had been slaves cheered for their new friends. "Humans are different," said one freed Viltrax scientist. "They fight for more than power. They fight for justice, Captain." Elena smiled. "We fight to protect everyone. No one should live in fear." The news spread quickly across the Viltrax Empire. Planets started to rise up. Secret resistance groups grew stronger. They sent more messages to Earth, back on Earth. Scientists used the information from the new allies to improve human technology. They learned how to make shields stronger, weapons more powerful, and engines faster. The Terran fleet grew bigger every day, but the Viltrax High Command was not ready to lose. Archlord Krellin, now furious and desperate, ordered his generals to prepare for a final battle. Crush these humans, he commanded. Show them the power of the Viltrax. But even some Viltrax generals doubted. The Empire was not what it used to be. General Threx, once proud and strong, now sat in his quarters. He stared at a star map and whispered, "Humans, they have changed everything." His officers tried to cheer him up. "We still have numbers. We still have firepower." Threx shook his head. "They fight with heart, and they learn faster than we do." As the Terran fleet moved closer to the Viltrax homeworld, Earth sent a clear message to the galaxy: "We do not want war. We want peace. But if you threaten our world, we will fight, and we will win." The stage was set for a new chapter. The humans, once seen as weak and slow, had become a force the galaxy could not ignore. They were no longer defending Earth, they were taking the fight to the stars. The Viltrax homeworld, Draxier, was a giant planet covered with dark mountains and endless cities of steel. For centuries, it had been the center of the Viltrax Dominion's power. But now, fear and uncertainty had taken root there. In the grand palace of Draxier's capital, Archlord Krellin paced angrily. His silver eyes burned with rage. "The humans have changed everything," he said. "Their fleets are stronger than ever. Our worlds are falling one by one." Around him, His generals looked uneasy. Many whispered among themselves. Some showed signs of doubt. General Threx stood before Krellin. "My lord, we have many ships still. We can fight back. But the humans are clever. They hit us where it hurts." Krellin slammed his fist. "Enough. We will prepare the final defense. This is our last chance to crush Earth." On Earth, Captain Eleanor Ross watched the news. The Terran fleet had grown to over 1,000 ships. They moved like a storm through Veltrax. Space, freeing planets, and gathering allies. "Draxier will fall," she said quietly. "We have to end this war." The United Terran Defense Command prepared Operation Final Dawn, a massive strike. To end the Veltrax threat once and for all. The plan was bold. 3 enormous human dreadnoughts would fly into orbit over Draxier. They were built with the best of human and Veltrax technology. Their weapons could destroy entire cities, but were designed to avoid civilian areas. As the fleet approached Draxier, alarms sounded across the Veltrax capital. Enemy ships detected. A commander yelled. Massive defense turrets powered up. Fighter squadrons scrambled. The battle began. The human dreadnoughts moved with surprising speed and precision. Their shields absorbed Veltrax fire. Their weapons fired powerful energy beams that cut through enemy defenses. General Threx commanded Veltrax fighters in the skies. Stop them. Protect the capital. But the humans were unstoppable. Using new tactics and technologies, they disabled the planetary shields in less than an hour. Below, people in the cities watched the skies change color as energy beams lit the atmosphere. Many Veltrax civilians felt fear for the first time in their lives. Captain Elena led the fleet from the bridge of the Terran vanguard. "We will protect the innocent," she said. "We fight the army, not the people." Her voice was calm but full of strength. The Veltrax military command centers were quickly destroyed. Without leaders, the defense collapsed. Archlord Krellin tried to send orders, but the communication systems failed. The Veltrax Empire was breaking. Governors of different worlds sent secret messages. Some asked for peace, others prepared to surrender. On Draxier, General Threx made his last stand. "We fight to the end," he shouted, leading his soldiers into battle. But the humans were already on the ground, helping the citizens and restoring order. The war was over. Draxier was in ruins. The once proud capital was silent except for the sounds of rebuilding. Captain Elena sent a final message across the galaxy. "Let this be the last war. We never wanted it, but we never feared it. Humanity will protect peace and freedom for all." Former Veltrax slaves and allies began to join Earth's cause. The balance of power shifted. The galaxy's future was changing. In the ruins of Draxier, a Veltrax historian wrote, "We believed humans weak. We believed them simple. We were wrong. We underestimated humanity, and now our world lies in ruins." The once mighty Veltrax Empire was no more. Its capital lay in ruins, its armies defeated, and its proud leaders gone. The galaxy watched in silent awe as Earth, the small blue planet, rose from the ashes. On the surface of Draxier, the Veltrax homeworld, the people looked up at the sky, now free from warships and bombs. The dark clouds of smoke were fading, and sunlight shone on the broken cities. Captain Eleanor Ross stood on a hill overlooking the capital city. Her eyes were calm but full of hope. "We came to protect," she said softly, "not to destroy. The Veltrax people deserve peace." Round her, human soldiers helped rebuild homes and hospitals. They worked side by side with former Veltrax citizens. Walls were torn down, roads repaired, and gardens planted. The United Terran Defense Command sent messages to all nearby worlds. "We offer friendship." The message said, "A chance to join us in peace and protection." Many alien species, once slaves or enemies of the Veltrax, answered the call. They sent representatives to Earth together. They formed the Galactic Alliance, a new group built on trust and respect. Back on Earth, scientists and leaders worked hard to keep peace. They shared technology with their new friends and helped planets rebuild. General Malik said, "This is the future, not just survival, but growth together." But not all Veltrax accepted the new order. In the shadows, Small groups of loyalists planned revenge. They believed their empire was stolen and vowed to return. Captain Elena knew this threat was real. "We must be ready," she said in a meeting. "Our fight is not over. We protect peace." But we never let guard down. In a quiet room, an old Viltrax historian wrote the final words of his record. "We believed humans weak. We believed they would surrender. We believed our power was absolute. We were wrong. Humanity is not just a species. It is a force that changes everything. We underestimated humanity, and now our world lies in ruins." The stars were calm once more, but a new era had begun. Earth stood as a guardian of peace and hope. The galaxy would remember this lesson for a long time. Never underestimate humanity.